if things weren't going well and something had to be done, he would do it. You know, if someone had to be, if the game had to be stopped and slowed down and someone had to be hit, he just know. And a lot of it would be pretty fair with his body. He'd probably a few times unfair with his fist, but in general, he just knew if he stood, like Phil said, you know, a couple of times in finals, the team was not going that well. He just had the knowledge of the game to knew that something had to be done, so we'd just do it. Not hit like. When you coach, some players, you have to send the message out, you know, you've got to do something, but with JP, he just knew the game that well, just read it, and can still read the game.
You ever get reported?
Well, I don't know.
He should have.
Yeah, he probably should have.
There's a difference though.
No, I don't ever remember him getting reported.
He's a good
clever fella. He didn't do a lot in front of the umpire, you know, well, the umpire's watch.
Well, they were a bit tough in them days.
Yeah, what
Footy wasn't like that. The guy that played with us, a guy called Alan Baker, he was pretty old then, but he looked after me the best he could.
Very tough, very smart. I was playing with him one game. This guy knocked my ass over head. He absolutely knocked my ass over head. I was sitting on the ground, blowing, and this guy's running back like this. Cocky as anything. JP's come up to him and flattened him. He's out cold. And then, it's good to have teammates. He was gone. JP said, no, you know, like, that's what we do. I'm looking after you. Yeah. And I've had a lot of respect for him after that.
When I started playing grade here, I was 16, 17, and JP was in the last years of his playing, and he done the same thing for me. Yeah. Looked after me. Yeah. He was hard, mate. He was hard. I started watching him play when in the 90 and 77, when my brother was playing. He always come religiously each week and watch him play. He was hard at it, straight at the ball. If you got in the way, bad luck. His history, no bigger pardons, and he was great to watch. He was a sensational player. Some of the marks and tackles, and his attack on the ball was just great to go and watch.
The opposition used to sort of look at him and go, you know, you'd have a 6'2" guy, and the guy would go, well, this is, you know, I'm going to have a good day here, and then all of a sudden, John's up on their back, either taking a mark or punching. So they used to get a bit of a shock.
He could read a ball, read a game of football, and knew where to be. And very rare you'll find players actually do. They run with the flow. But he knew, like Jamie did too. But Jamie, one of the great things, weren't playing for Centrals, but he knew where to be at the right time. Where the ball was coming, he'd know where the ball was. He'd be there all the time. And never shirked or run away.
The body strength to stand his ground. You could, you know, he's only what's he, 5'10"?
He's not even 5'8", 5'9".
To play centre half back is in a tough era. It's a credit to him.
I just, you know, and I think John might have been 17 or 18 playing A grade, and I come over to the club and I've just walked on, you know, to have a look to see him play, and he's taken this 3-tier mark in front of the crowd. Couldn't have timed it any better, couldn't have been a better spot for him, but pretty good mark. Probably best I've seen at the club ever. So.
He used to jump, he used to sit on guys' shoulders and take hangers. You know, it's just a natural. And he just done what he wanted to do. He could probably go on other places and played it elsewhere.
I can't remember what year it was. I went up to Darwin to play footy. It was a year after the cyclone, Tracy. So that was, Tracy was
72 or 74?
74, I reckon. 3-4.
About 75. Who'd you play for up there?
Waratahs. Went up there 74-5.
Yeah. And you played together up and down?
Yeah, when I first went up there, we got John up there to play. He come up on holidays, and we got Johnny up there to play a couple of games for us.
This is Waratahs.
Yeah, with Waratahs, and we were playing St Mary's. They're a bit of a powerhouse side, and then we got coach had a bit of a problem with one of the blokes on the opposition side, was Michael Graham. So he threw Johnny Parks on him, old JP.
That's the Michael Graham.
The Michael Graham. Some people might not remember him, but he played 282 games for Sturt.
And John was asked to stand him, and John didn't just stand him, he took marks on top of his head.
Absolutely took him to the cleaners.
Really?
Mate, it was one of the best games of football I've ever seen a bloke play. John got the 3 votes that day, and Michael Graham won the medal that year.
By the way, it wasn't just Michael Graham, it was Wilbur Wilson as well. It changed.
the season out. Yeah, I played the season out in Darwin, and then the guy who coached Arch Wilkie, he asked me if I wanted to go down and play in the New South Wales Country League.
Yeah.
So I went and played there for a year.
Who's that for?
Mango Park, Cookadinia United, MCU they were. And then, when did I go to Sydney? I played a season in Sydney for a team called South Sydney, the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
Because a group of us went over there, we left Adelaide and we stayed there.
Yeah.
And, well, I left probably before the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then we made the finals. And they flew me over for the finals. And they didn't play. I played one game, they didn't play me in the others.
In the finals?
Yeah.
Really?
Don't know why.
No, it wasn't formal, no?
No, well, actually, I'm back playing the team. My mates were still living over there, so I stayed with them. And yeah, no big deal.
What position, guys? Forgive me. Well,
when I started, look, I used to play when I mainly centre back, and then as I got older, I just sort of rack roved and played half forward flank.
Yeah, so you went from centre half back to rack roving and stuff. I mean, you could play a bit.
Yeah, I had my chances. I could. Yeah, I played every spot really, but mainly centre half back. I played a lot for Kilburn. Like we won 77, 78. Played centre half back through that setup.
Who else was playing in the back lines with you?
A few blokes like Peter Thomas, Prowler, Malcolm Hector. He played. Kenny Allgate played across the half back there for a while. That was in the early times of it. Then Kilburn sort of got a bit up market and started, like paying players to come and play for the club.
Yeah. And in those times, in those late 70s, we had a lot of imports when we come to the club. So guys like JP, Spuddy Murphy, Rusty Summersides, Chrissy Baldwin, Trevor Longman, they were all hanging out for a premiership. So when we did go top, that was like gold to them. Yeah. At them and their families. Yeah. It was terrific goals.